PK to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his first look is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Come on, set. Hey, black. I'm coming after you. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Bring it. Bring it. Check it backer, check it backer. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 9, check. Striker. Check striker. White, white. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Blue, go. Watch the run, watch the run.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Slam. Check 43.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Two times. Everyone. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Being chased out left. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Eluding the pressure, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here's Mostert, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Defense, keep it up, guys. 53 the mic.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike.
Slide, 97.
Let's get out.
Red, yellow, on the ball, ready, go.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw again on second down. Stafford steps away to his left. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, going right back to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stafford. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it, incomplete.
Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing again is Stafford. Touchdown, Rams! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down, Mostert, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
26 Mike.
Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
It's a run with Mostert. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second and 7 from the 20. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter, a time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success, and it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Set, hut, 45, white. Check, smash. Hut, hut.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Go period. Hey, green.
Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tua. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Black check.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Now he steps away. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising
GG, man.
affair. Low scoring, but my kind
Defensive
of football.
battle,
Not
GG.
a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter,